We are student teachers at Chrysler Elementary School. We have been tasked to create a video documentary about the literacy resources that are present within our school. This video will first introduce you to the community which our school is in. Next, it will give you a background on the Detroit Public School System, as that is the district we are working in. After that, we'll really dive into our own school community and what sorts of exciting literacy resources and activities we see present at our school. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy while we take you on a journey of literacy throughout Chrysler Elementary School.
Chrysler is located at 1445 East Lafayette Street in Detroit, Michigan.
It is very close in proximity to Greektown. In fact, we can even see Greektown Hotel from our playground.
Our playground is located on a public park, and we often see people walking their dogs around the pathway while we are in class.
A few of our students live within the community and even live close enough to walk to and from school. However, because this is an application school, many of our students reside outside of the school's community. Our school is surrounded by lots of high-rise apartment buildings that add a lot of visual interest to our skyline.
Chrysler was founded in 1962 by Walter P. Chrysler within the Lafayette Park development in downtown Detroit.
To do a bit of bragging, Chrysler Elementary is one of 16 Detroit public schools ranked in the top 31 excellent schools in Detroit in 2014. It is a recommended K-8 school. Chrysler is also a reward school and is the title holder of 2014 National Chess Champion.
Now we will move on to telling you about the district our school is in, the Detroit Public School System.
Detroit Public Schools has undergone many changes in the past 10 years. According to Detroit Public Schools, the number of students attending DPS has drastically declined between 2001 and 2010. Numerous school closings have occurred throughout the city, forcing students from different neighborhoods to come together. During this transition, many violent acts on school premises have taken place.
DPS also faces a financial deficit. According to Zaniski, the average DPS budget is $765 million. However, at the close of the fiscal year on October 1st, officials anticipate revenue to decline by $49.3 million. In its current fiscal year, DPS has a $127 million deficit. The goal for DPS, according to the current emergency manager, Jack Martin, is that Detroit Public Schools will end its legacy deficit and be in the black by end of 2017-2018 school year. It is projected that the district's success will be defined by its ability to advance academic quality and stabilize and grow enrollment.
However, among the dark side of news, DPS is looking toward outsiders seeing and believing in its success and turnaround efforts. Currently, DPS is researching an evidence-based literacy program with the goal of improving test scores and reading comprehension among inner-city students.
Though the current trend in the school district is enlarged class sizes because of the maximized school closings, the literacy program encourages student collaboration and communication. These 21st century skills in literacy allow DPS to become efficient in utilizing tools for active literacy.
Chrysler is a school of journalism and fosters active literacy learning in the sense that writing is at the core of instruction. This requires students to be able to comprehend and apply their knowledge of literacy, literature, and the surrounding curriculum. In terms of reaching diverse learners, the Success for All program meets students at their level where literacy is concerned. This allows them
we're talking
opportunities
to
for success
Principal
and
Shirley
progress
about
throughout
our
their
school's
academic
philosophy
school
and
day.
Success for All
Meanwhile,
program.
other
So,
subject
Ms.
content
Shirley,
is taught
what is your
at the
school's
student's grade
philosophy and
level,
how does that
providing them
influence
with a range of
opportunities for
levels,
teaching
text,
literacy to
and
diverse
challenge.
learners at Chrysler?
Chrysler Elementary's philosophy is that we prepare our students for success in a competitive environment in obtaining high achievement on assessments and engage in ongoing collaborative programs with industry. We partner with Quicken Loans, Chrysler Corporation. They bring in their workers to work with our children on literacy. For March's Reading Month, Quicken Loans came in during the entire month, read to all of our students, and donated books. Chrysler Corporation donated books called Todd's Cleans the Garage and brought in the author of that book to our students. Here,
Chrysler has been built on an exceptional foundation. We are an application school that challenges the minds of high achievers to set realistic goals that yield academic and social success. The goal is to create a lifelong learner who strives for excellence. All 4 of us interns at Chrysler firmly stand behind this philosophy and see it in practice each and every day.
Chrysler's mission and philosophy fosters equity among students in that it encourages those students to maintain and strive toward realistic and challenging goals. Also, the students of Chrysler are surrounded by a support structure of community resources, parent involvement, and a rigorous curriculum which encourages progress. Within our school population, the familial ties of students are coveted. This cultural tenet is culturally sustained, or in other words, celebrated through things such as Dad's Club. Included in the idea of cultural sustainability, all teachers at Chrysler Elementary have an open door policy. All parents are encouraged to and participate in volunteer opportunities and discussions regarding their child. Once a year, the school hosts a family night, which permits the parents to experience a day in the life of their child.
Now we want to tell you a bit about Chrysler's school population. As a DPS school, Chrysler is inclined to be inclusive of all students attending the campus. We have a social worker and psychologist on staff to provide assessments and one-on-one dialogue with parents and students. To help you get an even better picture of what Chrysler Elementary is really like, we're going to share with you a few statistics about the makeup of our school population. It's funny.
Now that you know more about Chrysler, we are going to tell you more about Chrysler's literacy resources. But why listen to us when you can listen to our fantastic literacy coach, Mrs. White? She is a great resource to all of us interns. Mrs. White is now going to tell you about all the physical, human, and cultural resources available to Chrysler.
All right. What resources are available in the school building and district for literacy?
In the school building, we have classroom libraries that each teacher maintains in her classroom. We have the Success for All trade books, so we have hundreds of books ranging from reading levels of first grade through middle school. In the district, we have a teacher resource library that is available for our teachers to check out books regarding education and different instructional techniques.
Cool. And what about human resources?
For human resources, we have, at the district level, we have an executive director of the Office of Literacy. We have a library and media specialist. At the district level, there are instructional specialists, literacy coaches, and then at the school level, we have, most schools have either an instructional specialist in English language arts or a literacy coach. And then some schools also have lead teachers over literacy.
And one last question, what about cultural resources?
We do have a multicultural department at the district level that really heads up the 8 world languages that are available within Detroit Public Schools. Also, we have the foreign language immersion school.
Now we want to tell you a little more about our reading program, Success for All. We will refer to it as SFA for short. SFA is a program that asks students to work in teams while working towards their reading goals. The 3 central tenets are team recognition, individual accountability, and equal opportunities for success.
The cool thing about SFA is that students are grouped based on reading level. As reading level does not always directly correlate with grade level, reading groups are often made up of children in different grades. Placement of students into groups is based on an assessment administered at the beginning of the year by Chrysler's literacy coach, who you just met, Mrs. White. SFA defines mastery level as text with which the student can read and comprehend independently. Students are placed into a reading group that is at least 1 level beyond their mastery level, so that they are being instructed at the highest level at which they can be challenged and still succeed. SFA provides instruction in phonemic awareness, phonics, vocabulary, fluency, and comprehension.
In addition to Mrs. White and SFA, Chrysler is lucky enough to be visited monthly by the Detroit Public Library Bookmobile, which provides students with a mobile library from which to choose books from.
Also, to encourage reading outside of the classroom, students were given the opportunity to get library cards for the public library at the beginning of the year.
All of the resources listed help us to incorporate active listening into our classrooms each day.
In conclusion, all of the resources we have shared with you today help our Chrysler Garden to grow.
Chrysler Superstars for Life!